Welcome to the Citi Newsroom. We're coming to you live from this site where a few days ago there was a demolition of a property on the premises of the Nigerian embassy. Now we're here today to look at the situation over here and also speak to some government officials. Now if you look behind me properly, this is the said building. We are told that this is a residential facility. It was being put up to house some officials of the commission as well as residents or Nigerians who will come here. We're not clear about the number of rooms it was going to have as a residential facility, but we know for a fact that this is supposed to be a residential facility for the commission. So if you look at the building proper, you see that the excavator that did this job tried to break through the front of the building, and also the roofs have been torn down. And so you see all the front part of the building, from the front to the sides, have all been pulled down or raised down by the excavator that came here on that day. Now, we're told that quite a number of officials will come here, including the National Security Minister, the IGP himself, and of course the Foreign Affairs Minister as well. So when they all come here, we'll be picking their thoughts on it. So far, what we know about this story is some few days ago, some unknown men came here and then broke in through the gates and then did this, demolish the building. Now, the Osu has come up to say that this land actually belongs to them. So it's not clear whether they sent the armed men to do this, but they have said that this land in question does not belong to the government for that matter, but belongs to the Osu. So let me give you an idea where this particular property is located. So if you know the Nigerian High Commissioner's residence, which is on the Independence Avenue, this property in question is directly behind the Commissioner's house. And it's on the Julius Nyerere Road, just behind the Commissioner's house. Now, what you're seeing is the gate, which was reached down by the bulldozer on the set day. So immediately you enter. On your left side, where there's no wall separating this particular property from another property, which is the property which houses the head of administration, the head of finance, etc. at the commission. So there's no wall really between that property and that of this property where the demolition happened. So that's what, and then ahead of you in your shot is the commissioner's house, where of course there's a wall between that or from the two properties, which is the one that houses some of the officials and then the one where this structure was being put up. So in your shot you can see the boys' quarters of the commissioner's house, the High Commissioner's house. And then if you look further, you can see the Independence Avenue area, the road, and then the commissioner's house proper. So this is inside of the building proper. If you look at this side, which is the back of it, or inside proper, there's not much of distraction because obviously the excavator didn't get to this point. So you can see the doors and other structures a bit intact. This is a bit close to the front, also everything intact. But if you come out of this point, which brings you to the front proper, that's where you see the damage to the building. So that place obviously broken. This looks like it would have been a sort of a living room or so. Here it's a hallway or a corridor sort of. Things are intact here and all that. But just right in front of the building proper. So for example, if you come here and you come to the front of the building proper, that's where the destruction really happened. This side will give you a good idea. So if you look at this side, which will be a living room proper, for example, this is what has been done. You can see the leakage from the water pipes coming down, all that, all these blocks, roofing sheets all on the floor. Still the headpans from workers over here with wheelbarrows all over the place, showing that there was construction still ongoing.
As you can see, what happened was really traumatic. This is a residential place, this is where we all live. And then someone came in the night, first time, and then second time, caused this demolition. We couldn't sleep. and here is what we have. Here's what we have, and just like you said, government to go, this kind of issue, I believe that it wouldn't have taken place. But we look forward to the Ghanaian government apprehending the culprits behind this, bringing him to book, and also that within the shortest time frame, this building is put back up and the premises repaired. Thank you. We appreciate your coming.
Let me state on authority that this is not a government-sanctioned activity. Our government respects the rule of law. And therefore, even if this land belongs to another person or is disputed, we expect that what would happen is the person to go to court. And that is the normal way of dealing with such matters in this country. But for this to happen is most unfortunate that we haven't so far seen any court order. The Nigerian High Commissioner's residence is next door. Your staff quarters are also close by. And this is most unacceptable. And we condemn this action because this is not how we handle matters in Ghana. And for anybody to say that it is sanctioned by government, I think it is wrong, because it is not sanctioned by government. It is not sanctioned by government. We don't know anything about it. If it was sanctioned by government, it wouldn't be done in the middle of the night. This was done under the cover of darkness. So there are two issues really. The issues of contention of who owns the land, and then even if this land was owned by somebody else, there are processes that need for us to go through, or for the person to go through to get back their land or whatever. So I can assure you, acting head of mission and your staff, that we will continue to provide you with protection, as you are a diplomatic entity, and therefore we will not allow anything untoward to happen. We are sorry that this has happened.
Thank you.
And we will continue to look into it, and we will ensure that whatever the outcome is, we will not hide it from the people of Ghana or the people of Nigeria.
So it's still the Citi Newsroom, and in your shots, like you can see some Nigerians who are resident here in Ghana protesting against what is happening here, but raising other concerns that they claim they're experiencing here in Ghana. So you can see placards with things like our shops in Circle was closed since 8 months and goods were destroyed. You can see one that says floods have destroyed our goods. One, Nigerian shops have been locked. Another, Nigerian shops in crisis. You can also see another one, Nigerian shops in Circle closed. And then it goes on. There's also another one, Nigeria Lives Matter. So I think mainly the protesters here are looking at the shops that were shut. What are you doing here today?
We come for help, because for past 8 months now we have not been doing business. They locked up our shops. We have children here. We have a family here who are taking care. Our family, our children go to school. We cannot afford to pay our house rent anymore. We are having problem here. Since 8 months, they locked our shop.
You have a shop?
Yes.
What do you sell over there?
Accessories. Phone accessories.
So for the 8 months you've been living in Ghana, right?
Yes.
How have you been surviving? How have you been surviving?
We are surviving by friends, or sometimes we give them goods, they give us money. That's the only thing.
For 8 months, our shops has been locked down.
What are your thoughts over the demolition of this building?
We can't breathe.
That's why we are here.
Last matter, we can't breathe.
What are your thoughts on the demolition?
These are one of the same things.
Same thing.
This is not the first
That's
time.
why we are
It's the
here.
second time. It's been happening. It's not like it's the first time. Our shops has been locked in circle for long and nobody has said anything about it. And it's not right. We all are human beings. This is not right as well. That is why we are here today. This is not right.
So there you have it. Some Nigerians, they're resident here, protesting against what they claim it's wrong things being happening to them here in Ghana. And most of the references to the closure of their shops some months ago. Remember that some months back, Ghanaian traders in Ghana protested against their operations in the retail industry here in Ghana, leading to the closure of a number of the shops. Now, as we speak, that matter is still being looked into between the two countries. The Trade Ministry, there's a task force that has been set up to look into the matter. The last we heard of that matter is they were asked to bring permits which gave them the right to operate in the area, after that, the COVID set in and that was put on hold, we are told. But according to these men who are protesting here, who are Nigerians, they claim that as we speak, those whose shops were opened are now being closed again by authorities, aided by the police, and they are not happy with that. So we'll be looking at that matter in particular. They're also not happy with the demolition of this building here, and they want authorities to take action on this matter.
At the scene of the destruction, we also put call through. I even called the ministry, the CID that was investigating, which we reported to as well.
He was investigating what? Because you say you had not reported anything.
No, we reported. We reported on Monday. The first instance we reported, and then...
No, the first instance I went myself.
So that's what
I went myself to the police.
A prior engagement which warranted a report being made.
No, it was after the attack because there are no prior claim to this land. There was no time that anyone has come to make claim or anything. So it was after the first attack that we broke into this place at 1 a.m. midnight, that the morning we went to the ministry's police and lay a complaint, which I sent them photos and everything.
Okay, that's okay. As far as I know, the CID is investigating, and whatever comes out, we will let authorities know.
So that's it from here. Just behind me is the structure that was demolished a few days ago. And this was one of the bone of contentions. Now, if you look at that gutter, this gutter is actually the only demarcation that separates that structure from the other residents of the Nigerian top officials. So this side has the structure in question, and just this gutter, this line, is the demarcation to the other side, which is the other official residence of other officials here. And just behind me, that wall there is the High Commissioner's residence. So that building right on top of the, above the polytank is the boys' quarters of the Nigerian High Commissioner's house. So it's a big compound housing that structure, and then other official residents of the High Commission here. Now, from the Foreign Affairs Ministry, investigations are still ongoing. She has condemned the act, saying that it wasn't sanctioned by the government of Ghana. So the IGP as well has said investigations have been commenced, and they're hoping to get a conclusion to it as well. He declined to give details of what they've raveled so far. This is where we've gotten with this situation. We'll be bringing you more as soon as we get new angles to this developing story. Stay with us on the Citi Newsroom. My name is Shirley Ayorkor Botchway.